You're not going to say anything? All right. If I go for
The Little Rascals.
The Little Rascals. Okay. This is starting off bad already. Alright, welcome to Unprofessional Movie Reviews. This is Mark, and this is Billy.
I'm unprofessional.
And this is a new haircut.
Yeah. It's a new haircut.
Throwing you under the bus immediately. Okay, we're doing the movie Terminator Genisys. Nope. Terminator Terminator Genisys.
Genisys. With a Y.
Well, I know. Alright. I know how to read. They don't know how to spell.
Right.
Okay,
be unique. Gotta be different.
Before we move on, like and subscribe.
To what?
Unprofessional
movie reviews.
To our Facebooks, our Twitters, our tweeties, and
YouTubes.
you wanna show them how easy it is to click like?
Oh yeah.
See, I did it 3 times in that little.
I did it on the computer.
Yeah, it's so easy. Click like. If you enjoy this, maybe your friends want to see it, share it, and, alright, anything else I have to say before I move on? The way this works is we say our positives of Terminator Genisys, and then we say our negatives, and then we give it a tailorized review between 1 and 10.
Yeah. What kind of a quantity do we use to gauge this by? Whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, whatever the fuck we want.
That's it.
Okay. I don't know. I can't think of any positives at the moment.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My biggest positive was Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is the common
the only one I can think of.
He's the common denominator of the mainline movies. I mean, I guess you can call them mainline. He's the only part of each movie that I find consistently good. Except for that weird moment in the third one where he's like, I am a machine, but I'm sentient and I don't want to do this.
The third one was so bad it ruined even him.
Right, to a point.
Yeah.
Because he had moments in that movie that are as good as any other moment in any of the other movies. But the movie as a whole, even his performance in it, left a lot to be desired. Other things about this movie.
This one.
I love that they recreated shots from the first movie.
You actually did really like that?
I said that to you. I was like,
I think it was
that's
cool.
the exact same shot. That's the exact same shot. Those are the exact same shoes. Those are the exact same this, the exact same that.
That's the exact same Arnold.
Fucking pissing hobo on the street. And the punks as well.
And then it takes the
same line.
turn.
Yeah. And that's very symbolic for the movie because it's like, everything's going according to plan. Turn of events. And so it made sense in that way, and I thought that was cool. And then everything kind of... We'll get to that.
I agree with the Arnold.
Yeah.
He's the most seasoned actor, of course he's gonna be the best. I think he's great. Other actors I think did good. J.K. Simmons was good.
Yeah, definitely.
He didn't strike me as an angry band instructor.
I wanted to see more Matt Smith.
I think we might. I think if this is actually setting up a sequel, which I doubt it's gonna make enough money for a sequel, then I think we might see more Matt Smith.
Yeah.
We're not gonna give away who Matt Smith is.
He's in the movie though.
He's in the movie. Anyways, I liked kind of like the Star Wars prequels. I liked the story. I didn't like the execution as much, but I actually really liked where they're going with this.
Yeah.
It flipped everything on its head in a lot of cool ways.
That was unexpected.
Yeah, that was unexpected, and then pretty much the storyline of this one is the exact same of the first one, but reversed in a kind of a really cool way.
And the second one.
And the second one.
Yeah.
But reversed in a really cool way, and I really like that. I wish they executed it better. We're already at 4 minutes. You got any more positives?
The special effects were pretty cool. I did see through some of the gimmicks to the 3D, but not a whole lot.
I think they were really good.
Yeah. The visuals were cool. I liked the design of... this isn't a spoiler. Everybody knows this is coming. There's a new Terminator. There's always a new Terminator. And the visual design of it was cool.
There's a scene where the new Terminator is walking away from a magnet. And that is
we
probably the
both
best...
stopped and went like, that is really cool.
That is probably one of the best
kind of
CGI I've seen all year.
Like a noob Cybot shadow thing that
he's doing. He's walking, and bits of him are staying in the exact same spot as he's walking.
Yeah.
And out of all the really good special effects we've seen this year, I mean, this year is really good for special effects.
Yeah. I wish the fight scene at the end, where they bring that back, I wish that had gone on a bit longer, because that was really cool to see, too. It was very
I don't think I saw any of that because I was too busy rubbing my eyes.
Yeah. It was very noob Saibot, very Mortal Kombat. It was really cool.
Okay, moving on to the... Oh, sorry.
Did you have more positives?
No, I was going to go right to negatives.
Okay, you go first.
Boring for an action movie.
No.
Boring! I got notes. Pacing. Garbage! It literally did the same thing like twice. It's like, alright guys, let's suit up, let's do this. That happened. Oh, little action too. Alright, now let's suit up, let's do this. Oh, something happened. Let's suit up, let's do it. I'm like, oh my god! Like, just do this!
You have to look at your script when you're writing a movie and find out if you have extra arcs. Because if your movie has more than one coherent arc, then you need to save it for another movie.
And if your movie has the same scene 3 times,
yeah,
you can at least cut it once.
Yeah. I'm supposed to love you.
Same fucking scenes. Like, oh my god.
I'm supposed to love you, disapproving father figure. I'm supposed to love you, disapproving father figure.
And, yeah. Also, I'm going to go with the action itself was... I mean, I already said boring. It was boring. It wasn't terrible action.
Yeah,
but
the special effects were cool. We did say the special effects were cool.
The special effects were good.
Yeah, there's no consequence to a lot of the action that was happening. There was no sense of fear or actual danger.
And it did seem... Yeah. I mean, it was the same shit. It just... I can't even explain it, but nothing grabbed me.
Also, if you haven't gathered...
Zero stakes.
If you haven't gathered already, we're both really big fans of the Terminator franchise.
Yeah. No,
yeah. And I've watched the TV
Comments
series.
Crate,
I've seen the movies a number of times since I was 4 years old. Was the first time I saw Terminator, the first one.
I love the first Terminator. It's one of my favorite movies. Oh, it's a horror movie. It's not an action movie. It's a horror movie. Oh,
my top 10.
If it's not, it's in my 15. The first Terminator's dynamite good.
So was the second one.
Yep. Which different genre I consider Terminator 2 more of an action movie opposed to a horror movie. But yeah, still amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah. Which is why I don't even think we're overly critical of this. I think we're being very fair.
Yeah.
I really do think we're being fair on this. And I got another negative I got, which you kind of probably assumed when we were saying Arnold was really good. Everyone else sucked.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons was good, but besides that, both the Clarks, the guy who's playing John Connor, he's really a good actor, but he didn't do it at all in this.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't know.
He's not in this.
I know.
He's not.
I'm talking about Amelia Clark.
Oh, Amelia Clark.
I was on Amelia Clark. I thought she was awful. She did this weird millennial supermodel pouty lip thing the whole movie. I wanted a cameo by Linda Hamilton at some point. I wanted it so bad. I fucking love her.
Yeah, I turn over to him. I'm like, Amelia Clark is so much better than this. I said to him.
He's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you're getting this, Amelia Clark, because you don't watch Game of Thrones.
I don't get why they use Jai Courtney. I guess he's having a Sam Worthington moment.
Yeah, he is. He's having his moment in the sun until Hollywood realizes what's going on.
He's garbage, in my opinion.
Again, really good in Spartacus, but I've seen him now. I've seen him in more bad things than good things.
Sam Worthington in Spartacus as well?
No.
Or am I thinking... he was in, like, 2 Greek movies that year, though. He was
Spartacus, the TV show on Starz.
Oh, yeah. He was in a movie of Spartacus, and he was also in Wrath of the Titans. But anyway, so, yeah, Jai Courtney, didn't like him. Everybody else was pretty abysmal.
Okay, and I'm going to state one thing. A lot of the critics that are saying positive things are saying, it's a nice popcorn flick, you can shut your brain off. I'm tired of shut my brain off for movies.
Right.
That works for, like, Fast and Furious, and that's it. That's when I, like, draw the line on shut my brain off. 22 Jump Street. Shut your brains off for those. But it's a fucking Terminator movie.
You're supposed to think about the apocalypse and the impending robot overlords.
And speaking of thinking... Timeline jumping. I mean, it always is wonky for every.
Also, what kind of time travel are we talking about? Is this a time travel where if you go back in time and change something, you can visually see it change?
Or is this a Dragon Ball Z multiple timeline?
Right, exactly.
It doesn't state it, and it tries to be both, and it's
so
stupid.
sloppy. There's so many plot holes,
and it's really hard. It's impossible to do timeline jumping. It's impossible to do time travel.
Have you seen Frequency?
Okay, almost impossible.
Frequency's good. If you haven't seen Frequency, watch
But it's
Frequency.
almost impossible to do time travel perfect.
Right.
Because there's always loopholes.
Right.
This one, it's too many. I'm just like, wait, when did this? What?
There were
Why is this now?
There were a few of them where we disagreed about the plausibility of the loophole. I mean, like, you're going to have disagreements with people.
Oh, yeah.
There is a point. There's a limit.
When they don't state anything out and it's leaving it too much for
us to assume,
then of course I'm going to assume one way and you're going to assume another way,
right.
and mine's going to be bullshit and yours is probably going to be positive, which is weird for us.
It's Terminator.
I know, I'm good with mine. I just wanted to state the let's stop shutting our brains off for action movies when it's a Terminator, when it's a Jurassic Park. Shut your brains off for Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
But the first Fast and Furious didn't mold our childhoods or our parents' childhoods, or maybe not childhoods, but like teenager years for Terminator. But yeah, I'm just saying, bring it. I don't want to shut my brain off for these movies, so I'm not going to give it that free pass. I'm not.
For my negatives, I'm going to keep this short because we're already getting on in time, but the biggest one that I have for the movie as a whole. Now, I am a big fan of the first two Terminator movies, which both were heavily, heavily involved with James Cameron. He had a huge part of those.
Well, he directed at least. Didn't he direct both?
I think he directed both.
Yeah.
The third one, he had pretty much no part of. The TV series, pretty much no part of. The TV series' main value is in filling some of the gaps in what we know about Terminators and how they work, and the Cyberdyne as a whole, the system of Cyberdyne, and Skynet. I mean, it makes up a lot of really fucked up plot points that aren't canon, just like these movies do. I liked Terminator Salvation pretty well. I didn't absolutely hate it, but I did see how they made up a lot of shit.
I think it had a lot of plot holes and it was boring.
When James Cameron isn't directly involved, they turn into fan fictions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's obvious. They feel like fan fictions. And this movie felt like a really bad fan fiction.
With you.
So, yeah, that's I'm going to leave it at that for my negatives, actually.
And,
everything else.
And just on Terminator Salvation, I don't like either of this movie or Salvation. They're just different types of not good for me. Salvation was kind of really slow, and it had a weird plot hole, and it was like this. This was just like throwing shit at me, like, don't you like this? And I'm like, not really. It's fucking boring, man. And it tried really hard.
Oh, one thing that really bothered me that I have to address.
Go ahead.
There's a moment where a T-1000 drips a piece of his finger into a T-800 and takes it over after its power cell, which is right here, has already been destroyed.
Yep.
And it comes back to life and starts to attack again.
That is lazy, boring filmmaking. Why does that happen? Because the script wanted it to happen.
T-1000s don't have that ability. They don't have, like advanced computer circuitry in their metal. They would have to have a separate CPU in each like droplet, which doesn't make any sense. It's really inconsistent. Oh, also the time travel technobabble. When fucking the T-800 named Pops, affectionately,
the short circuit
explains like time streams. He does it in these ethereal, very human words that, I mean, like,
they sound great until you pay attention to
his
them.
computer simulation can conceivably come up with that language, but not likely. It'd make more sense for him to talk about the mathematical formulas he'd have to go through. And at one point he called, like, a possibility generator an algorithm. It wouldn't just be one algorithm, it'd be thousands of algorithms. That'd be like terabytes of data in minutes.
Okay.
Jarvis has said it. I know the T-800 can say it.
If you're getting that nitpicky, we'll be here forever.
It bothered me.
Yeah.
It just, you have to handle technobabble very carefully, unless it's aliens like Doctor Who, and I could talk about Doctor Who for hours.
Pseudoscience, you should be a little careful and a little vague with it, or else it sounds like pseudoscience, and this did.
Yeah, I mean, it'll appeal to the dumb Americans that are watching it, which there are a lot of, unfortunately. There are a lot in the audience tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But for those of us who are smarter than average, yeah.
We're smarter than average? Sweet. Alright, I'll whip mine up first. I'm going with 3.5 out of 10 Naked Time Travelers.
I'm giving...
You didn't go Naked Time Travelers, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
I gave this movie 4.5 robotic laser ass rapings.
It's one of the very rare moments where you rate something higher than
that. 4.5.
4.5.
I gave it a 45%.
Nice.
That's
awesome.
An F.
That's definitely still an F.
If this weren't a Terminator movie, it would have gotten a 1.5. but it automatically got an 8-point boost for being a Terminator movie. And then
Bias!
Got more deductions.
You are not allowed to. You're not allowed to do Star Wars with us when it comes up.
Oh, you realize that you like Star Wars much more than I do.
I know. All right, like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Tell us if you saw it, what you thought of it, and if you didn't see it, why not?
Yeah. And give us suggestions on other shit we should see.
What movies should we do? What TV shows should we do? What do you guys want to see us do? So on and so forth. And anything else before I say the most important thing?
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. It's in the United Arab Emirates. Bye!